Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I have always opined on this platform that in politics, nothing happens out of mere coincidence, and that everything in politics is normally well planned, well scripted, and executed to achieve a specific political objective. Nothing in politics happens just for the sake of it. Raila Odinga today addressed the media at his Capitol Hill office in Nairobi. And Raila Odinga made serious allegations against the Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, Ndindi Nyoro, and Kimani Ichungwa. According to Raila Odinga, Rigathi Gachagua convened a meeting at his residence in Karen, and he invited several youths to that meeting. And the agenda of the meeting was basically to strategize how to disrupt or to counter Azimio rallies in Nairobi. That allegation is serious. Let me just read for you the tweet which Raila Odinga again posted on his official Twitter handle, because he talked of them, then went further and tweeted about them. And because Raila Odinga's Twitter handle is verified, it means he's standing by whatever he said. Now, this is what Raila Odinga posted. That Rigathi Gachagua, Kimani Ichungwa, and Ndindi Nyoro convened a meeting in Karen at Rigathi's residence on Tuesday night. It was a planning meeting about how they will arm youths and eliminate 1,000 Kenyans, which might be exaggerated, during demonstrations, and take videos and images to ICC blaming Azimio leaders. And I began this video by saying that in politics, nothing happens out of mere coincidence. Why do you think Raila Odinga made such allegations? For me, only two options. Either number one, it's Raila Odinga's propaganda. And why would Raila Odinga come up with such kind of propaganda? Or number two, whatever Raila Odinga is saying is truth. Because one thing we know with Raila Odinga is that if he tells you that your wife is pregnant, you better just start planning for Pampers. So I want to assume that whatever Raila Odinga is saying here is the truth. Why do I want to believe so? Raila Odinga is alleging that these guys met on Tuesday. Now let us go to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Foreign Affairs, KE. Foreign Affairs KE made some posts. Let me, or have they removed it? The post which really shamed the Kenyans. Where's that post? They've removed it. Okay. On the same Tuesday, when Raila Odinga is alleging that these guys met, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs made a tweet at exactly 1916. That is at night. And the tone of that letter confused Kenyans because Ministry of Foreign Affairs cannot write such a post. The truth of the matter is that through some arrangements or some executive order, some functions of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs were actually handed over to Rigathi Gachagua's office. I hope we are trying to connect the two. Which means Rigathi Gachagua can actually influence what is posted on this particular page. And for those who've been online for a long time, and I even opined in that video which I analyzed, the tone of this tweet resembles the tones of the letters which Dennis Itumbi, Eric Ngeno, Nyoro Nyuku used to write when they were at the Presidential Strategic Communications Unit. And some people were like, this is the PS for Foreign Affairs. Singoye, what is his name? The guy who was law partner to Murkomen. So I can link, for me, I'm not talking about you. You can have your own view. But for me, I am linking this post by Foreign Affairs to what Raila Odinga is saying at the meeting which took place on the same Tuesday. Because this letter was kind of trying to blame Raila Odinga, and it was sent to foreign missions, including ICC. But why would Raila Odinga make such kind of serious allegations? Before we go further, in case you're watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two. Click that subscribe button, because what we do on this channel is that we analyze politics in a way you can't find any other place. You can only find what we do here. Like, for example, I've now just given you a link between what Raila Odinga said on Tuesday, what took place at Rigathi Gachagua's house, and a post which was made on Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Only me can do that. Up to that point, you agree. So I'm able to link those things up. But why would Raila Odinga make those serious allegations? And why would Rigathi Gachagua, Ndindi Nyoro, and Kimani Ichungwa meet with those youths? The truth is, if indeed this meeting took place, it involved a few youths or several youths, then there's the chance that whatever was discussed at that meeting leaked out. Because I've always told you, there are people who are still sympathetic to Uhuru within the system. There are people who are still sympathetic to Raila. And also there are people who are just dissatisfied with William Samoei Arap Ruto. But why would Rigathi Gachagua, if indeed it's true, my analysis is based on the assumption that whatever Raila Odinga said is true. There's also a slight chance that they could be true. But in case it's true, why would he do this? Number one, cause chaos, just the way Raila Odinga is alleging during Azimio rallies. And if that were to happen, it will not be the first time. Remember in 2017, Mike Sonko, after the 2017 election, confessed with his own mouth, and it's documented, that the deep state at that time went to a showroom in Ngong Road, bought second-hand vehicles, drove them strategically to where Azimio supporters were demonstrating. So while supporters were demonstrating peacefully, these guys set the vehicle ablaze. So most Kenyans, international media reported that NASA supporters at that time had actually burned the vehicle, which was not the case. If these guys want to disrupt the meeting, it's very simple. Be part of Azimio, while others will be busy demonstrating. Have your youths, because normally in a group, just a few are normally problematic. Have your youth start pickpocketing, start throwing stone at shops. Then people will start doing that, and it will be uncontrolled. And that's why the statement by Azimio on police officers without uniform is significant. There is something which Azimio knows, which you don't know. Probably they're aware that there were few elements who were not part of them, who were part of the demonstrators last time, and they were in civilian. So if you stop the police from joining the Azimio without uniforms, it means they will be able to easily identify those who are on this kind of mission. And of course, you can also link it to the letter, which I just explained. So just link the dots. The idea is to cause chaos. So once you cause chaos, then you have enough grounds to incite Kikuyus against Azimio, to incite Kenyans against violence, to use that now to ban media, and to use that to arrest the organizers of the event. Rigathi Gachagua has been very clear that they want to deal with the mzee once and for all. Number two reason why probably these guys met is because they want to counter Azimio demonstrations, especially in Nairobi. Let's face it, if Azimio is allowed to continue the way they are going in Nairobi, they're going to take charge of Nairobi. These guys are saying, okay, you Azimio, you want to go to the street? Let us have our team also from Roysambu to also demonstrate. So as you demonstrate in, because Kenya Kwanza tried to profile the regions, let's use the way they profiled it. As you demonstrate in Mathare and in Westlands and in Kibra and Langata, we are also going to organize a massive anti-Azimio demos in Roysambu, in Embakasi North. So they just want to counter Azimio rallies. Number three, in my view, is Nairobi politics. Who controls Nairobi politics? And why do you think William Ruto insisted that they needed to have Nairobi under their control? In fact, one of the biggest mistakes Raila Odinga ever committed was to allow Nairobi to slip to Kenya Kwanza. They are only lucky that the person who was elected there is Sakaja. And Sakaja is playing smart politics, which is not Azimio, which is not Kenya Kwanza. But in the eyes of Rigathi Gachagua, in the eyes of Ndindi Nyoro, and in the eyes of Kimani Ichungwa, Nairobi is not in the hands of the Kikuyus. They believe if they had a governor who is a Kikuyu, probably these demos would not have reached where they've reached. So now basically they are now trying to take charge of mobilizing, strategizing, and probably now they'll have a good reason to justify to the Kikuyus why they need to have one of their own as the governor for Nairobi. So it's all about Nairobi politics. Because what do you think unites Ndindi Nyoro, Kimani Ichungwa, and Rigathi Gachagua? Nothing. Ndindi Nyoro is challenging Rigathi Gachagua. He wants to become the president. Kimani Ichungwa is also preparing because he believes he's the senior-most politician from the region. If anything, Ndindi Nyoro is just a chair of the budget committee, which he was the chair in the previous parliament, and now he's the majority leader. The fourth reason why these guys are planning all this is because they want to create a narrative. The Kikuyus versus the Luos. That the Luos are targeting Kikuyus. Remember, if you listened to Kenya Kwanza after last rally, they were like, the rally was about the Luos. Where else were the demonstrations held? Now you portray it as a Luo, then you go and disrupt businesses. You will go to places like Nyamakema, a few buildings there, a few shops looted. Then you blame it on Azimio. While in your mind, you know Azimio is synonymous with Luos. Then they sustain that narrative. And that narrative will be good for them. And lastly, if you ask me, it's also about ICC politics. And I want to take you back again to the ban on TVs. The government is planning to ban certain TV stations. Already the notice they gave them is actually a threat, intimidation, so that they won't be able to air. Why do you think they are trying to do that? They are trying to do that because they don't want Kenyans to actually capture the moment. For example, it's through TV that you are able to see that a gentleman in Kisumu who was just riding his bicycle to his home was found in the middle of the police. The gentleman was clobbered. Without the media recording, probably that guy would be past tense today. several cases of documented. Like when you saw Edwin Sifuna and the group at KICC, the police were throwing tear gas at them and they are not running. You saw the police retreating because they realized the media was there. So the ban on media, in my view, is to allow such kind of people to have a leeway so that they'll break into shops, burn shops, and because the media is not there to document, you will not be able to know who did it. Because with the media, at least individuals will be able to be held accountable. I don't know what you think. That's my take. Thank you guys, and may you have a good day. Bye-bye.